All right, hello everybody. This is another concert review, and last night I went to the Roger Waters "This Is Not a Drill" show at UBS Arena in Nassau, and it was a pretty great show. Another pretty great show. Third concert I've been to, and again it was really cool. I love Pink Floyd, one of my favorite bands. One of the first albums I ever listened to in full was Dark Side of the Moon, and this was a great concert overall. So, sure there were some, weird bits here and there. There were some songs I might have changed the order of a little bit, or taken out. But for the most part, this was a great concert, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. So, some interesting things to note about this concert is that this was my first concert at an arena. Now, I'd previously been to Citi Field for a baseball game, but that's the only other real time I've been in a big arena. So this was the first concert I'd gone to see at a full-on arena type place, and it was interesting. The check-in was much bigger, and there's a lot of people in the hallway. The whole hallway is like a circle that surrounds the stadium room, and there was a lot more food places and places to eat than I thought there would be. Actually, there were tons, and in addition to of course places to buy memorabilia, of which I did buy a shirt. Which I'll probably show on screen right now. That's what it looked like. There were a couple different stands where you could buy shirts. I don't know why there was two, but I guess there was two. I don't know why. And one of them had a really big line. The other one was there was no line at all, practically. So you could just go up there and get what you wanted. I guess people didn't see the other station. So that's how I got the shirt. It just says Roger Waters, "This Is Not a Drill" on it, and has the pig flying and the dark side symbol. We also got some food, we got some pretzels and stuff. Anyways, before we got into the stadium, we were given by these guys who were walking around, these old guys who were walking around, this right here. This is a special edition of a real newspaper. I checked, yes, it's a real newspaper. It wasn't just made for the concert. Called Peace Planet News. That's a special edition for the This Is Not a Drill tour, and it even includes an interview with Roger himself. When I was at the concert, I thought these were just pretty much the concert programs or something, just in a newspaper form, but no, these are an actual special edition of a newspaper that was being passed around in promotion of the concert. Heck, I don't even know if there was a concert program at it. They just had this going around, and I think the people who were actually handing them out might have worked for the people who make this newspaper, I think. I'm not sure, but they were giving these out for free, so how could I not take one? If they were to do a concert program, I'd want them to do something like what Pink Floyd did back in 1975 with the whole comic book thing. But so you got the newspaper, and then I walk into the stadium, and my seat was fairly close to the stage, as you'll see once we get to the footage of the performance and things like that. So I was very close to the stage, and the stage was a lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be this huge, rotating thing, based on what I'd seen of it in photos and stuff. But no, it was actually only about this slightly larger than my house, actually. It was only about slightly larger than my house. it was big, but it was not as big as I was expecting. And there was also a bunch of things I wasn't expecting that I wasn't expecting, or that I was expecting but didn't happen. But so when I first went to this concert, I was expecting the stage to be like a rotating stage because it was called Theater in the Round. But the first signs that it wasn't going to be that were how close some of the chairs were to like where the stage would rotate or something. And it like some of the chairs were like pretty close up to the stage, and I was thinking, how could it rotate if there's chairs there? And well, as you'll see, I was right. It doesn't rotate. The stage never rotated throughout the whole show. I don't know why I thought it did. Maybe the trailer had me thinking that, or maybe those In the Round Yes concerts from like 1978 for Tormato also had me thinking the same thing. But still, it was Theater in the Round. So like the way the whole stage was set up was so like from every corner of the room, you know, you could still see them, or at least see it somewhat. So unfortunately, yeah, the stage was not spinning, but that's fine. So, you know, we're just sitting there for a while, and then this announcement comes on.
Minutes. 50 minutes.
I'm guessing there's a delay? Or is that some kind of joke? Okay. And we're thinking, okay, that's fun, I guess. 50 minutes, alright. And then another one comes on, saying 10 minutes. Oh. 5 minutes later, 5 minutes. 5! And then after that, there's this part where another message comes on saying the show is about to begin, also narrated by Roger, and there's this funny part where he says if you're one of those people who like Pink Floyd but don't agree with his politics, then you could go fuck off. That's what he says. I thought it was pretty funny. I chuckled at it a bit. Then they start up with that neutered version of Comfortably Numb without the guitar solos. I was saying afterward, like me and the people I was with were saying afterwards, that performance of Comfortably Numb was a big fuck you to David Gilmour. Oh my god, because they took out all the good parts, and like, I don't know, but it was really only like an intro to the concert, I'd say so anyway. But then the thing at the top goes up, and then I see Roger's walking down the aisle now, surrounded by all these people and like police tape, and then he walks on stage, and then they begin Another Brick in the Wall, and yeah, it was pretty cool. Their guitarist looked, from like the screens I was watching, their guitarist almost sort of looked like a cross between David Gilmour and 1969 Jimmy Page, like really early Zeppelin Jimmy Page. I thought that was funny, so, you know, they do, we don't need no education, and they even do part 3. They do part 2 and part 3 of Another Brick in the Wall, just to, like, kick off the show. And, you know, Roger was in fairly good shape for his age. I mean, like for this song, for whatever reason, he wasn't playing bass. He didn't play bass for a few other songs. For this song, he was just like, singing, with like just a microphone. So yeah, they play that song, and then they go into a couple of his solo songs. One of the ones they do, I thought kind of almost sort of sounded like dogs from Animals in a way. Like, I don't know, to me at least it sort of sounded like it. And I guess that was nice because they didn't play dogs that night, and I love that song, but it's fine. But yeah, so I guess that was good. And and at this show he also introduces like this new song called "The Bar," and tries to say that it's about like all of us like getting together in like a bar or something. Like that's where we all go or something. Like apparently it's a song about like togetherness or something. And he showed clips from like some war during it. It sounded like a decent song, I guess. Nothing spectacular, but nothing bad either. Then after like a few more songs from his like solo career, they then go into like he says, I want to take you back to when I was with Pink Floyd, and they start playing "Have a Cigar" from Wish You Were Here, and that was pretty damn cool. The guy did a great job with the guitar solo, their guitarist. Yeah, he did a great job with it. From there, they do the rest of side 2 of Wish You Were Here. Well, most of it anyway. So, they go into Wish You Were Here, the song itself, and it was pretty great. And, he said, during that song, like, there's messages talking about, like, Sid, flashing on the, screen and talking about how, like, he misses him and whatnot. And he tries to relate it to the theme of, like, how this was not a drill. I forgot exactly what it was. I guess it's like the world is ending or something, and you're gonna lose everyone. But yeah. So he plays "Wish You Were Here," and then they do "Shine On You Crazy Diamond," and I get pretty hyped up. Like I'm singing along to it. That was a pretty hype moment, I must say. I was like singing along to it pretty much on like yeah. Let me tell you this, okay? So I know a lot of people thought that in the comments thought that I was like the only person like singing in like any of the concerts, but like while the singer was singing. But no, there was tons of other people doing that, depending on the song, of course. Yeah, I'm sorry, my singing is I can't control it on my concerts, I'm sorry. I just get really excited. Yeah, so I was singing along to "Shine On You Crazy Diamond," so were other people, and like, when he says, "Shine on you crazy diamond," like the whole room like lights up, and that was pretty exciting. And so after "Shine On You Crazy Diamond," they go into what do you call it? Yeah, they go into "Sheep" from Animals. This is the only Animals song they played at the concert, interestingly. So, personally, I wish they played "Dogs," but "Sheep" is still a really good song. So, they do "Sheep," and it sounded also pretty terrific. And they even, for like the part that like has like the parody of the Bible verse, they use like Twitter to represent it. Like each line is like a Twitter tweet, and like I thought that was pretty neat. The thing with the bucca's eyes, which yeah. Oh, and during that, instead of an inflatable pig like the band like Pink Floyd is known for, and as Roger did on a few solo tours during this song, they instead bring out a flying sheep, which was actually pretty neat because it actually looked to be in the same style as the pig from the 70s, specifically the floating pig he used all the way back in like 1977. It looked like it was done in the same style as that, and like, you know, you got like the whole like sheep flying over the crowd. Like I thought that was pretty cool. You know, and he definitely made sheep definitely more of a centerpiece of the concert than it ever was before. So I thought that was pretty cool that they played a sheep and had a floating sheep flying around. I think that's cool, you know. I even saw them take it to the back, because where we were sitting, not only were we fairly close to the stage, but also like we could see like the back room where they kept all their stuff and where the band would go, like when there was when like they were taking a break, you know, the hallway they took to get like to the like the aisle they took to get to end the show was like the same aisle we were sitting in, and yeah, we saw them actually take the sheep back there after the song, but you know, and they do the cool guitar solo, and the sheep's all flying around, and it was so cool. But yeah, that was the first set. Fairly good first set. Sure, I might probably take out some of those solo songs, some of those solo career songs. Not all of them, of course, but a few of them. But the second set would also come along and would also be really cool as well. Okay, so we just got through the first set and it was pretty epic. I like how they played stuff from Animals, and they played Shine On You Crazy Diamond, which was great. Well, actually they only played one song from Animals, but it's fine. I think they're only going to do one. But yeah, this was great. I hope we enjoy the next bit of it. I'll see you guys in a moment. So, you know, there's the intermission section in between the sets, right? Well, during that intermission, or at least what we thought was an intermission anyway, out of nowhere, the house lights are like still on and everything. The flying pig comes out, like the flying pig. I think it's the one he used back in like 2003, I think. Well, whatever. It's a flying pig comes out, and without warning, and it's just like flying around for a while. And I was thinking, are they just testing it? Like, I was confused as to whether or not they just had it like out to test it, or like what the heck was going on. But it kept flying in like a circle, like around the stadium for like a long time, until eventually this noise that was playing while it was flying grew louder and louder and louder, until eventually house lights go down, the flags from the wall, the flags from the wall with like the hammers come down from like the ceiling, and then the band comes back on, and they start playing the second set with In the Flesh, and that was pretty damn cool. Like you know, you felt you were at one like the rally from the wall that Pink holds, and he even like does the thing where he like calls out the audience with like that neo-Nazi thing. At least I think Pink from the Wall is supposed to be a neo-Nazi or something like that. But like, you know, he's like shouting at the audience and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. And you know, they're playing like In the Flesh, and you know, pigs flying around and flags going. A few people were even making like this symbol, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to like represent like the hammers, because I think that was like a big thing with the Wall, is like this symbol represents the hammers from the logo. But so then at the end of In the Flesh, Roger just so happens to walk again near the aisle we were sitting in, and he breaks out a fake gun, and, well, I'll show you here.
That was awesome! That was awesome!
Yeah, I know he's done that on other tours, but still, it's cool. I got shot by Roger Waters. I never before in my life could I say that I got shot by Roger Waters. Like that's pretty flippin' neat, you know. From there, though, they go into Run Like Hell. The flags go back up for some reason. I don't know why. I think they should have kept them down for Run Like Hell, but because the pig was still flying. But so they go into Run Like Hell, and the whole audience is singing along to it, or at least a lot of people anyway. Everybody's like the whole thing is like pretty cool, but now one flaw I would like to mention with the concert is that I felt at times, because like the stage was an in the round type thing and you can't see all the band members at once, I feel like for certain songs that didn't have specific like camera things to see the band from where you're sitting, I think like there was this problem, to be honest, where a certain member may be doing like a solo or maybe doing like a specific thing on their instrument that like is meant to be like a focal point of what's going on or something, or maybe like Roger's doing like a certain stage theatric, but it's not near where you are. And so I feel the problem I had with that sort of is that like only like half the audience can see like that stage effect or whatever he's doing at a given time, and like everybody else can't see it. Like I don't know, but like that's at least how I felt anyway. That's why I think that's why I would have liked to have had this been another like spinning stage thing, but hey, maybe it was just difficult for them to implement. But I personally think we that was a little bit of a problem with the whole in the round type thing. Personally, if I was making this concert, I wouldn't have made it in the round, but because there were certain things you just couldn't see because of where you were sitting. Or heck, I feel bad for the people who were like sitting like all the way up. They probably couldn't see very much because like they have the giant like thing on top, like the giant screen on top is probably like blocking a lot of the view, I bet. And but at least I could see Roger pretty well though, so that's fine. And at some points I could see the guitarist. I mostly could see the bassist they had on, the separate bassist they had on. So after those two songs, Roger goes into Is This the Life We Really Want song from his solo album from 2017. And after that song, and I think like a couple other songs from his solo material, they begin side 2 of Dark Side of the Moon. And of course, what else does that begin with but Money? And so they play Money, which is pretty cool. For this one, this is the only song where they had somebody else singing instead of Roger. And although Roger did do this on some other songs, Roger was actually playing bass on this song. So that was neat. He was actually playing bass this time around. I don't know why he wasn't playing bass for like the rest of the show. That was the thing I'm wondering. Maybe he's just getting old. I don't know. Maybe he's not as good at singing and playing an instrument as he once was. But So yeah, they had the guitarist singing instead of Roger for money. And you know, they have the saxophone solo and of course the amazing guitar solo. And during the guitar solo, on the screen, there's a film of like this like pig dancing, like one of like Roger's like depiction of like a rich pig like dancing around on the screen. I thought that was pretty funny, and it went along well with the music. But yeah, you know, they did, you know, then they went into Us and Them, you know, that whole jazzy rock song, and you know, that was pretty good as well, of course. And then after that, they did Any Color You Like, and I love Any Color You Like. That's one of my favorite songs on Dark Side. And they did a pretty damn good job of it, although I think they might have shortened it a little bit, because I think the guitar solo of the song came in a little bit too soon. Like, I don't know, I feel like the synthesizer solo typically goes on for longer than for the length it did at this concert. But, so yeah, they play Any Color You Like, and that was great. And then they do Brain Damage and Eclipse. This is where my singing gets really annoying. Well, yeah. So to this song, I was like singing along, arguably more than any other song they played at the concert. But it was a fun time. You know, like, and they had like the dark side triangles coming on from multiple lights. Like they had these whole like lights set up, and like the dark side like logo going on behind, and you know, like they have like the rainbow with the heartbeat. Yeah, is it like an electromagnetic spectrum? I think it was. Whatever it is, you know, they had the lines with the heartbeat thing, and you know, and all the prisms going up through like these lights that were there, or lasers, and they actually even after that song ended, they actually kept those on. So yeah, Brain Damage and Eclipse were great. I loved those two songs. I was singing along to them. They actually sang the last few lines of Eclipse twice, actually, like to extend Eclipse a bit, I guess. So yeah, this was a slightly longer version of Eclipse than usual. Yeah, so then after that song, they still have those lights up, and they change like the colors on them every now and then to like the triangle lights, and then they go into interestingly, a song from the final cut. Yeah, like I was not expecting that on it, you know, because that's not really like you know, and like an album that really had very many songs like played in a live setting. But they do Two Suns in the Sunset, the last song on the final cut, and it was pretty cool, I suppose. He said right before the song started that it was about like the world ending or something like that, and I remember the screen film they had for it was kind of stupid. Like the colors were like blue and orange, almost sort of reminds me of the More cover, and the graphics were a little meh. Like it was okay, the video, I guess. But he did a good job with the Two Suns in the Sunset with the you know, the triangles, lasers still there. So then after Two Suns in the Sunset, I think what they did next was they did a reprise of the Bar song from earlier, and then I think they go right into Outside of the Wall from the Wall, and as they're playing it, they march out of the stadium and they march near where again near the aisle where I'm sitting. And you know, Roger's like I'm saying, the different peep band members' names and things like that, and he passes our aisle, and then the show ends. Yeah, there was no encores, but that's fine. Overall, this was another really cool show. And if you're wondering whether or not I got a set list this time, well, all right, everybody. So we just got back from the concert, or well, we're about to drive home now, and unfortunately, we did not get a set list this time, but we still had a great time, and plus, it was a very big show anyway, so it would have been very difficult to get the set list, unlike a smaller show. But overall, yeah, great show. I highly recommend going to see him if you ever get the chance, or if you ever want to, you know, see some Pink Floyd live. I don't know why Brit Floyd is touring right now at the same time as Roger, but hey, it's whatever. All right. Yeah, sorry to break it to you, viewer, but it's fine. It's fine. I mean, this was again, as I said, this was a really big concert, so it's probably much harder to get them at a place like this, at a show like this, and I doubt Roger actually would really want to give you one anyway, because I bet this was all, like, planned out, like, way ahead of time, so to the point that they wouldn't, like, write out the set list. You know, like, they probably just had it, like, planned on, like, a computer or something. Or, you know, that's just how they practiced it. They knew that what songs they were going to play. That's how it's, like, staged, I suppose. Yeah, because it felt like because the whole concert felt like a big production. Although, like, the longer you're in there, the smaller the stage seems to feel. Like, you know, the stage starts to look smaller than it is, and, like, the arena actually starts to look smaller than it is, you know? It was a pretty cool arena, though. I liked it. I liked the whole, like, retro, modern mix vibe it had to it, the arena, and, like, they had all, like, those cool, like, posters on the wall, and, like, when you get out, like, there's all, like, those, like, advertisements, and like concession stands and stuff. And overall, I enjoyed my experience at this concert very much. I enjoyed the music a lot. I enjoyed the just going there a lot. I enjoyed the arena experience. First time seeing a concert in an arena, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, so that'll do it for the Roger Waters concert. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. And I'm not sure how many concert reviews I'll do. I'm not sure if I'll do one every time I go to a concert necessarily, but you know, I'll try to make them sometimes, you know, like I'll make sure to, like, at least maybe see and let you guys know somehow that, like, oh, I went to a concert. Maybe make a briefer video giving my thoughts, maybe. I don't know. Because, you know, I want to make other videos too, like, you know, because, again, I don't want this channel to be all about, like, one topic or one show. I want it to be, you know, all about, like, a variety of things I'm interested in, you know, like my games and my music. So, you know, I want to do, I'll probably do some more game reviews as well. In addition to, you know, a few more, like, reviews of some concerts and some, you know, other music-related things. But anyways, that'll do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll see you whenever my next video is. Take care.